If you boys are looking to pick up some FIFA 16 coins, head on over to golder.com and use DRG for a discount. Or if you're looking to pick up some cheap MSP, PSN codes or cheap games, head on over to g2a.com. All links down below. What's going on, lads, and welcome back to the channel. And today we're going to take a look at a team of free transfers. Now technically some of these are not going to be free transfers at the kickoff of the new season, but at the minute these are all free transfers for any club to go out there and get. So let's jump straight into it. If you do enjoy this type of video, smash a like, it really does mean a lot. And of course, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe, I don't know where it is, that subscribe button, maybe I think it's down there. So first up we have Victor Valdez, who is a decent goalkeeper, and a free transfer for any mid-table to lower league club to come in and grab Victor Valdez would be an absolute purchase. To go out and get somebody of that caliber for free would be amazing. As I say, for a mid-table team to even a new team coming up to the Premier League, what a goalkeeper to have on a free transfer. So over at right back is another surprising free transfer. It's Van der Wiel from PSG. They don't seem to want him. He found himself dropping out to Aurier at right back. So he's been let go on a free transfer, and again it would be a really decent signing for any team on a free transfer. Up next at centre back, he can also play centre mid, as you can see, or CDM. We have Neustadter. So he's at Schalke, but he has been released. He is still an international because he played for Russia against England in the 1-1 draw, so definitely a decent addition to any club. Up next at centre back we have got Cáceres from Juventus, or let's say from Juventus. He's just recently left Juventus after winning 5 consecutive Serie A titles. That is incredible. So if you're looking for experience, and he's only 29, so far from at the end of his career, suffered a few injuries last season I think it was, but if you're looking for experience, again for a mid-table or a new team coming up in the Premier League, would be a cracking signing. And at left back I am going for Jose Enrique. Again, Liverpool have released him. I find it very odd the way Enrique was treated. It just seems very strange for a decent, he's not crap, he's a decent player, just to be completely brushed out the team and not to be seen again. I found it very, very odd. Whether there was something going on behind the scenes, I have no idea. Just a little bit of a strange situation to see a player that really gave his all when he did play just to be brushed aside. Quite strange, and again, decent player for somebody to pick up. I don't think he'll have any problem finding a new team before the start of the season. Up next we are going with CDM, and we are going with another very established Premier League player, proven in the Premier League. We've got Flamini, who's just been released by Arsenal. Cracking player, will not have any trouble finding a club. I'm not actually sure how old he is. Maybe he is he in his 30s? He's probably getting on it slightly, but again, another decent player. You've got experience there, which is vital to new teams coming up or lower teams in the divisions. So again, he will be snapped up, I would imagine. Next up, sticking with Arsenal, we have another player released. It is Thomas Rosicky. Again, a very, very talented player. Obviously, age again is probably a factor. We know Arsene Wenger loves to play the younger lads in his team, so it likes Flamini, Rosicky, surplus to requirements at Arsenal right now. But very talented players. Again, both of those should find clubs before the start of the season. But this team as a whole looked quite decent. You can imagine this team being put together, coming into the Premier League and actually doing a decent job together. Up next we have got Sessegnon, another free transfer released from West Brom. He's actually a player I've always liked. I think he's pretty quick, he can score goals, he's skillful, and again I think possibly a team coming up should snap up Sessegnon, and we might see him in the Premier League next season. Up next is a rather interesting one. You can see I've swapped Sessegnon and Sandro around just to fit him out on the left. But this is an interesting one because he's only young. I think he's only 21, 22, I think. And he made 19 appearances for Barcelona last season in all competitions. Now, he was played out of position a lot, but must be a decent enough player. I don't know a lot about him, I'm not going to lie, but to play 19 times in all competitions for Barcelona, you've got to have something about you. Even playing out of position, he obviously done a job to get in 18 more times after playing his first match. So it will be very interesting to keep an eye on this one, and it's something I will keep an eye on and just see where he ends up, who he goes to, because a 21-year-old that has played for Barcelona,
he's got to have talent. Yes, they've released him, but to be there in the first place, to play 19 games, he has something about him. So I will keep it. He'll probably stay in Spain, go to a lower league Spain team, I would imagine, but definitely someone we should keep an eye on. If anybody hears anything about him, do let me know over on Twitter. So the first of the strikers is Berbatov. He is a free agent at the minute, and yes, he's 35. That's kind of getting on a little bit for a striker, but get the ball to this lad's feet in around the box. He knows where to find the net, and he will score you goals. I can guarantee you put Berbatov in a good team. You're going to need a good team around him to get him the service that he needs. He'll score you 10 plus goals in a season, no doubt about it. He's always had goals in him. He's always had terrific goals as well. So again, not bad, but possibly we might not be seeing any more of Berbatov. And the final position is a bit of a strange one. Yes, I know you're all going to be in the comments saying, oh, he's not going to be a free transfer. Obviously, he's not going to be a free transfer for long, but at the minute, he is. His contract with AC Milan is up. He's a free transfer, but the obvious thing is he's going to sign for Atletico Madrid. You would imagine that's what's going to happen anyway, and he's always going to score goals. Has he got the legs and the pace anymore to go at people? Not totally sure. Didn't see a lot of him last season, but he can bang goals in. So, but not a bad front two there, to be fair. The team as a whole, honest or a serious question, do you think this team would survive in the Premier League next season? Where do you think it would finish? Do you think it would finish top 10, top 15, top 4? Yeah, okay, maybe not top 4. But let me know down below where you do think this team would finish, or whether or not you would think it would avoid relegation. I think it would avoid relegation. You've got goals up there, you've got delivery, you've got from Rosicky, Sessegnon, they're going to deliver balls into the box. Sandro, young, don't know a lot about him to be fair. Flamini, decent player. The defence looks pretty decent, if I'm fair. That's probably better than some of the defences in the Premier League at the minute. Colatore was also one that I completely forgot about who I would like in that team. But as a whole, that is not one of the worst teams you would see in the Premier League next season. Let me know your comments down below. Smash a like if you have enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you're new. And I'll talk to you all next time. Cheerio.